So in this video, I will discuss about IIQ interview questions on IIQ setup, like installation upgrade or patching or basic setups questions and all. So the basic question will be on the global setting things, like what are the basic global settings available in IAQ, like workflow, work item forwarding. Let's say if the owner is not there for assigned work item, how you forward it to the work groups or a particular team or a member. You need to set it in global settings. How you set or how you modify the role configurations and all, and what identity mapping. So I will create a separate video for it, but identity mapping configurations, um, email settings, how you configure email settings, like you will have a SMTP server or you are routing it to file and all. That's again basic setups required once you install or configure IAQ. Then pruning of objects, like how you prune the task, how you prune the identities or work items, like is there any expiration for work items, like how often you prune the task, 60 days, 30 days, 90 days, or depending upon the requirement. These are the basic setups or settings, global level settings which you configure. So whether you go for administrative console, and what are the syslog error you configured, what are the audit events you have configured, and all you can go through, and the questions will arise on these things. And explain about installation process. So installation process, you might have gone through this or you have not experienced, but you need to know the basic things of installation process, like how you install means maybe you will be having the system and you can have as a local system installation sandbox and all. The questions will be like, or how you need to explain is, you need to have one database, one application server, either it's a Tomcat or any other application servers. Basically it will be Tomcat. The versions of application servers also matters. The database, usually Microsoft SQL, SQL or Oracle SQL, you can Oracle database, you can explain like these two things you need to install. Then you need to download the IAQ versions, maybe 8, above 8 or 8.4, the new one, or whatever the versions you will install. Like basically you have to unjar it or unzip it on or expand it in the application server. There will be a web apps folder inside application server, and you need to create a new folder like identity IQ, whatever it is. Then untar it, like expand the war file which is downloaded from the uh, SailPoint. So once you have installed, expanded, again there will be a process. You need to execute the queries which is provided, like database query, whatever the database you have. For each database there will be a particular query or separate query for each database in the database folder under web INF thing. Then import XMLs, like for a LCM you have import file, you need to import required XML files. Then again, there are other things as well, like start the application server. Then these are basic steps actually: installation application server, installing database or selecting the required database, then expanding the war files. And there are other installation softwares like IQService. In usually in the organization we need IQService, connector gateways, password interceptors and all in the Windows servers if you are going for Active Directory applications or like servers and all. And if it is mainframe server or mainframe application, you need a connector gateway, and IQ services for Active Directory. So these things you need to explain. And for some application, certificate need to be imported, uh, and IQ service, like for a DB configuration has to be done in the IQ property files. Like there will be a class, a bin and all. You need to modify the IQ properties, like you need to update the username and password for the database. and you need to start it, start the application server. This is the high level thing. You have to explain the code base, and you'll be having SSB thing. So install it and add the required means add all the XML files into that SSB folder. Then run the build. That's about a code base and all. Then they'll ask you like, do you know anything about upgrading process or patching process? If it is yes, they'll ask you to go through it. If it not at all, they'll ask you to basic idea about upgrade or patching process. So it differs like if you are in a lower version, let's say if you are on 7.23 and all, for upgrading it to 8, again there will be a process you need to go like 7, 7.1 to 3, then 8. And from 8 to 8.1 or 8.3, let's say you are on 8 now. If you want to go to 8.4, first you need to install 8.1 required packages, 8.2 required packages, 3 required packages, 4 required packages. So for upgrading, you might need to remove the current folder, identity folder, and then expand it. For patching, it is not required. The patching is just removing eFixes and updating or expanding the new patch is enough. And for each upgrade and patch, you need to execute console command, IIQ patch or upgrade. A console command you need to do. There will be a SQL query for each upgrade and patch, version change, and also some table change also will be there. You need to execute SQL scripts. Then um, you sometimes you need to copy required folders, like some organization specific images. Some files need to be replaced, that you need to do. Then yeah, this is to start the uh, application services. And before upgrade, like the process is like you need to inform the team, like the real time example you need to give, like so whenever there is a upgrade process, we will do it in lower environment. We'll check all the required version changes and all. For each upgrade, you might need to check the compatibility of Tomcat servers, like or application servers, or JDKs, I mean Java versions, and IQService process, like installation and all, or upgradation. Then database version also you need to check. Linux or like Windows server or Linux software also you need to or versions also need to check. Like there should be a compatibility. Each upgrade or patch, IAQ provide required things. Versions need to be there, like for JDK, um, application server, database and all. So that you need to gather. Then all these things has to be done in lower environment. Testing has to be done after testing on production deployment. You need to take the backup. You need to inform the middleware team or database team to take the backup. Then you need to inform the customers or clients saying we are going for a upgrade, and application will be down for this period of time. Then you need to do the deployment. Before deployment, as I mentioned, backup need to be taken. Then stop all the services, whatever the servers you have, maybe one server, two server, task server, request server. You need to stop all the services, then do it on one server, then copy the whole thing. And no need to do it on all the servers. One server it's fine. Then for rest of the servers, you need to just add the file. Means already we have, or already have ran the SQL script required eFixes, and everything will be expanded, and you will be have a complete package. Tar it and untar it on the rest of the services or servers. Then once it is done, if build is required, you can go for build and restart the application service. So application will be up and send the final notification saying build upgrade is done. Do some basic checks and all. This is about upgradation process. For patching, as I mentioned, no need of deleting the like web apps, like IAQ folder or whatever identity folder. You just need to expand the jar file. And usually, if there is any vulnerability or is there any fix required, SailPoint will provide you eFixes. We need to go through the eFixes process as well. eFix will be stored in SSB base folder. Then for all eFix things, so it's just to expand it on the web apps, like expand the eFix provided zip file, just expand it and like stop this, restart the application service. It's a simple thing, just expand the zip file under web apps. Yeah, this is all about installation, upgrade, patch, or efix, or setting basic configurations in IAQ. So these are the questions which usually ask, like installation, upgrade, patch, efix is the frequent thing. Like they will ask whether you have gone through any upgradation process or you know about upgrading process. So for every upgrade, like each version, you need to check like what versions you are going and the compatibility. As I mentioned, if you are going from 7 to 8, you need to go with version to version. You can't directly go from 7 to 8 or 8 to 8.4. The middle versions also you need to upgrade, run the patches, run the SQL query. All the things has to be done. You can't directly move or directly jump. This is all about uh, setup uh, video on IAQ. Thanks.